Many of us train with a certain goal in mind. People train to get stronger, to burn fat, to improve performance, or support their health. But one question comes to mind for many fitness enthusiasts. Should I do high interval intensity cardio or stick with the long steady cardio sessions? The answer to this is quite complex, hence why you would want to stay tuned to the end of this video to learn about the pros and cons of each one.
Hey there, HIIT versus LISS. What should you be doing? Now you might be wondering, what is this guy talking about? HIIT, LISS? I'm hearing these terms for the first time in my life. Don't worry, I got you. HIIT stands for high interval intensity training and LISS for low intensity steady state. So it means one is done at high intensities in a short bursts of time, bouts of exercise. The other one is done at longer intervals and lower intensity. So you might be wondering, what's the reason we all gathered here around? Realize I'm alone? Well, I'm not, because you're watching. Thank you for that. What you'll see in today's video is how HIIT compares to LISS and which one should you pick for your cardio workout. Which one's better, which one's more efficient, or which one's more suitable for your needs and goals. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
So on one side we have this high intensity training where you do an intense activity hard to sustain for longer duration. You're moving fast and rapidly and you use intervals, meaning you do intense work and cycle back to a low work or no work rest period in between. On the other hand, we have LISS, or a long and steady cardio activity, where you are sustaining a low intensity activity for a longer duration, usually with no breaks or pauses in between, a continual or uninterrupted activity.
So what is cardio? Cardio is basically a name which refers to an activity with repetitive movements that has higher than normal energy demands. This means when we work out, we're running or swimming, we are burning more calories, the energy expenditure is increasing. But cardio comes with numerous other benefits, from cardiovascular, metabolic benefits. It increases energy, makes you fitter, improves your stamina, your endurance, improves oxygenation in the brain, blood and tissues, etc. What is then HIIT? HIIT stands, as we said, for high intensity interval training. So what HIIT basically is a short bursts of exercises or bouts of exercises done at a very high intensity. HIIT creates energy in a fast manner that can kickstart this activity, but not for a long duration of time.
HIIT leads to higher acidity, increases lactate in the blood, and requires longer recovery. It places higher energy demands and higher stresses on the body. Types of HIIT workout will be jumping rope, boxing or skipping, punching, throwing, or any activity that is very intense. Think fast-paced rowing, maximal sprints, or even short-distance swimming races.
On the other hand, what's LISS is a low-intensity and steady-state type of cardio. Let's say you do swimming, running, hiking, cycling, stuff like this for a longer duration of time. This is basically LISS. If you can sustain or maintain your activity at this intensity level for more than 30 minutes, it's probably in the LISS category.
Long cardio sessions are much easier to perform and produce less stress on the body overall. They are easier to maintain and easier to get started with. They use different fuel sources, which use up oxygen to produce energy. Types of LISS would be slow to moderate pace running, swimming, Nordic walking, hiking, or cycling.
The physiological benefits or effects of cardio will differ depending on the intensity and duration of your workout. The more intense your workout and the higher the duration of that workout, the more calories you'll burn and the different effects you'll get. Now the thing is, you can't sustain a very high intensity for a longer duration. You need to work out at a moderate to low pace to sustain this for a longer duration of time, and this will have certain physiological effects and benefits on the body, which are slightly different from the HIIT approach.
Light activity is mainly used for warm-up, recovery, and very long duration races. Moderate activity is the best and most efficient for weight loss and fat burning. High intensity at 70 to 80% maximal heart rate is best for aerobic fitness and improving endurance. Vigorous intensity, 80 to 90% maximal heart rate is best for anaerobic training, lactate and speed. Maximum effort trains movement with maximal speed can be only sustained for short periods of time, sub 10 seconds, and trains the anaerobic glycolytic system.
One of the biggest dilemmas in the world of fitness coaches, trainers in this fitness industry is whether to give my client HIIT or LISS, or what to pick for myself. And the answer to this is very individual. It seems like there's higher adherence to LISS and more people would do it unless they really want this time-efficient kick-out and calorie burn. While HIIT can be more fun and more time-efficient in terms of burning calories, but it can also add more stressors to the body, which needs longer time to recover. So by calorie expenditure, LISS can be the winner here if you're able to sustain it for a longer duration of time. However, HIIT, on the other hand, comes with the EPOC effect, or what's known as post-exercise oxygen consumption, meaning you're still expending energy and you're still burning calories hours after your workout is finished. So based on this, let's see what the science says. The biggest difference between HIIT and LISS is one is anaerobic primarily, the other one is primarily aerobic. HIIT works in a different way, which needs different sort of fuels. It breaks down glycogen, breaks down glucose. It uses creatine phosphate to recycle ATP. And this is all done because this sort of fuels can let your body create and kickstart a lot of energy in a short burst in a very short period of time. The downside to this is as you go into your workout, high intensity, your acidity increases in your body. And when your body starts to produce those proteins to a level where you cannot efficiently alkalize it or reduce this acidity, you start to become very fatigued. That's HIIT. On the other hand, the LISS, or the low intensity steady state cardio for longer intervals, uses fats for fuel. Our body knows how to use fats better and oxygenate them so that we can produce more energy for longer duration. It's not going to be that high of an energy, but it is going to be more sustainable and easy to maintain. This is because fats are more calorie dense and can produce more ATP molecules per the same volume. So here we'll look at a couple of the benefits of HIIT and LISS. First we'll go with HIIT. Why is it beneficial? Well, we'll see different studies, but just to capture it all very briefly, it can increase VO2 max. It can support muscle anabolism because it can increase acutely HGH and testosterone levels. HIIT can also burn more calories in less time, so it's more time efficient for that matter. HIIT has the EPOC effect, which means you're burning calories after your workout is finished.
However, research shows the EPOC effect isn't really that significant after all, comprising of 6 to 15% of total net oxygen cost of exercise. This isn't going to significantly impact your fat loss, but it might be a slight advantage. Another research shows that both moderate and high-intensity short-term interval training can be time-efficient to improve weight loss and manage body composition. In the Journal of Obesity 2011, an article reviewed HIIT's efficiency in oxidative and glycolytic muscle adaptation. HIIT showed positive effects on reducing subcutaneous and abdominal fat.
But what about LISS? Can LISS have all of these benefits? Well, the benefits might differ a little bit, but they're still pretty impressive. Low intensity and longer interval steady state cardio can boost aerobic performance, improve whole body oxygenation and energy creation. It can make you more resilient to stress and even improve the endurance and stamina sort of aspect of endurance. It can make you maintain a duration of activity for a longer time. It can improve mitochondrial function, etc.
Endurance training alone was proven to be equally effective as endurance training combined with resistance training. Improvements were seen in resting heart rate, recovery, and work capacity, along with insulin response. Aerobic exercise has shown beneficial for cognitive performance and brain plasticity too. LISS activity is considered to be aerobic work. Research shows that aerobic exercise can significantly aid in weight loss, and many people experience mood elevation as well, reduced anxiety, depression, plus it may help with managing diabetes. So this begs the question, how much calories would you burn with LISS? Depends on the intensity and your weight, but to give you a simple measure, running 10 kilometers burns approximately 600 calories or 100 calories per mile. Cycling at moderate pace of 30 miles per hour, for an hour burns around 650 calories, while slower slimming for an hour burns around 450 to 500 calories. You get the idea. But how about HIIT? Can you burn more? Let's take 30 minutes of intense activity in intervals. Intense interrupted jump rope for 30 minutes can burn up to 300 or 500 calories. Intense cycling for 30 minutes interrupted and intervals can burn 250 to 300 calories, while stair climbing or Zumba for half an hour at moderate to intense pace can burn around 225 calories. So the point is, although HIIT will burn more calories for the time spent doing exercise, you can't maintain it for as long as LISS. So all in all, HIIT will be more time efficient to burn fat, squeezing a workout in 20 to 30 minutes. Research shows that HIIT in moderate ICT elicited significant reduction in fat mass and waist circumference with no difference, but HIIT was more effective due to 40% less training time spent. However, LISS is easier to sustain for longer periods and in terms of calories burned can be superior to HIIT even when taking EPOC into consideration.
So, you're still wondering what's better, HIIT or LISS? It's not that one is better than the other, that's the wrong question, it's which one is more suitable for you. Personally, I'm more of a LISS type of guy, although I did get comment that I'm looking like an HIIT type of guy. I don't know why. I don't like really high intensity activities for shorter duration. Not really, it's fatiguing me in an uncomfortable way. I would really like to enjoy longer duration type of activity. But anyway, you should pick for yourself. What do you prefer more? HIIT will be more beneficial for VO2 max. It will be more time efficient for burning calories, and it can support muscle anabolism and growth due to supporting hormones like HGH or testosterone. On the other hand, LISS type of workouts can support cardiovascular health, have numerous metabolic effects on the body, they can improve anti-aging/longevity, they can aid in stamina and endurance, make you more resilient, etc.
High-intensity interval training is the shorter and more intense approach to cardio. It works the anaerobic system quickly and results in time-efficient fat loss due to the afterburn effect. Overall, it is better for younger individuals and those performing strength training, as it is less likely to put the body into longer catabolic window. HIIT can improve VO2 max values, a measure for aerobic fitness. LISS, on the other hand, or longer steady-state cardio done at low to moderate intensity, has more health benefits dominantly on the cardiovascular system and longevity. These are more sustainable, easier on the joint, and have more alternatives. They burn lots of calories because they last longer, so the weight loss effect is there. It can increase endurance and stamina, especially for longer distance runs.
So, what did you pick? HIIT or LISS? And if you're not sure yet, if I'd ask you whether you go for a full-on 20-minute jump rope session or you go for a 10K run, what would you pick? That's your choice. Hope I see you in the next one. Subscribe and share this video, and you'll probably be slimmer in the next one too. Thanks for watching.